All right, so for the second Miller Dunn that we've discovered at the very end here of 2016, we've got this beautiful example. Now this particular one was made on September 1st, 1944, towards the very end of production. This one is serial number 917. Now this particular one has all its tinting gone, probably through use. It was just worn off. But this one has a fantastic look as well. You've got the great contrast here between the brass hardware, the brails, wing nuts, guards, and then you've got the great copper body right here as well. Now this particular one is serial numbers matching top and bottom, meaning breastplate and bonnet have the same number on the inside of the neck ring and the ID plate, which is 917 as we mentioned. Now the only thing that we did find is when we removed the brails. Now on Miller Dunn Mark V's, the brails are serial numbered as well. These brails are numbered 920, just 3 off. More than likely, this helmet, along with number 920, and probably a few others in the same serial number line, were sent to the same location, same ship, wherever they may have been, and got mixed up. Now, the fact that these are all matching like that, number 920, just means that, yeah, this helmet was in service at the same time as a few others from the same serial number time, same time period they were made, and got mixed up. These brails fit just fine, and they're original Miller Dunn examples, and very close. So virtually, essentially, these are the originals, but we did want to mention that important fact. Now, everything on this helmet is in great shape. Glass intact, all the hardware is there. All 12 wing nuts are present. On the back here, we've got communications fitting, air fitting present. We've got the cap here. These are always kind of hard to find. The communications cap is in place. We have got dumbbell safety latch right here. This chain appears to be probably new, but once again, just a little chain with the cotter pin. As we go around here, as you can see, this helmet has no major issues in terms of condition. We've got typical working dents up here, and that's it. None of them are deep or an issue. The one thing we did notice on the very top is a very small hole that was patched, probably during World War II. Don't even notice it unless you're really inspecting the very top peak of the helmet. But there is that small patch there. It is not something that's done recently. This is a vintage patch. The vents are inside there as well, so this was done a long time ago. But overall, fantastic example. As we mentioned, September 1st, 1944, serial number 917, one of the very last made, as we mentioned earlier. Probably only 1,200 were made for the U.S. Navy at this time period. This particular helmet, we actually found it here in Kansas, of all places. Now this helmet was purchased from the previous owner, from Leon Lyons, the noted collector, probably the grandfather of antique diving helmet collecting, great guy as well. So it has been in his collection as well, so it has a nice provenance to it. Once again, fantastic helmet. I'm going to remove the bonnet here. I'm going to do it off camera and get that done, and I'll show you a few of the little details inside. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, the helmet is still together. I thought it might be a good idea to actually take it apart and show you how it's done if you're not familiar with how the breastplate and the bonnet are removed. All you do is you go around to the back of the helmet, and this applies to all Mark V's. You've got right back here the dumbbell safety latch. And in this case, we've got the chain and the cotter pin. All you do is remove the cotter pin out of where it's at. Sometimes it can be a little sticky depending on the condition of the cotter pin, but it will come out. You just lift straight up and let it dangle right there out of the way. Next, you take this and you pull it out. It's going to swing right out very easily. The next easy step is to lift this dumbbell latch up. Now typically then you can close this back up, allowing this to rest out here freely. All you have to do now, and you can make it easier, simply rotate it back around, and we're going to take this and rotate the bonnet counterclockwise. You only have to do that about 1/8 of a turn. So I'm going to take my fingers right here, I'm going to grasp it while also kind of supporting the breastplate and turn this. Sometimes if they haven't been removed in a long time, it can be hard. It takes 2 people. In this case, I'm just turning it, and it doesn't take much. You don't have to turn much, and then just simply lift up, and they're removed from each other. Now, This particular helmet, as with Miller Dunn's, it's going to have its serial number on the inside of the bonnet. And that's located right here. It's clearly stamped 917. And it's probably hard to see in the camera, but it's right on the inside here. Now, if I set this down, also, typically on later examples of Miller Dunn breastplates, they would put the serial number, they would stamp it, in this case right here, that same serial number, stamp it if you're looking straight down at it. In this case, of course, it's 917. We've got the vintage gasket right here, which is more of a black rubber type gasket. There's a few pieces missing from it, but it's still doing its job. It allows the top and bottom to go on easily. Once again, no major issues here in this part of the helmet. Just a great example, great late example with a neat look to it. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Our number is 316-371-1828. Our email address is helmets@nationsattic.com, and our website is oldhelmet.com. We do have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we're sponsoring members of the Historical Diving Society in the United States. Once again, my name is Don, owner of the Nation's Attic, and I look forward to talking to you.